Is it recording now?
Yes. The red light's on.
Hi. This is Kathy.
And I'm Jeannie.
And this is Yarning Around with Kathy and Jeannie and sometimes Chris.
Yeah.
It's good to see everybody on this bright Tuesday afternoon on the 16th of July, which is when we are recording this. And so I hope everyone has done really well and had a wonderful 2 weeks and has been enjoying knitting and spinning and weaving and whatever else.
And
makes
here
your heart
comes
sing.
Miss Stella. In case you see a cat walk through the shot, Stella is our brand new up for adoption kitty. She got here 2 hours ago.
2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's wandering around. She's really sweet.
Oh, that's wonderful. She seems really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if she comes through, you'll know. Oh, she's peeking over the top. Okay, it's all right.
We're distracted.
Well, Jeannie, how have you been doing the last 2 weeks?
I'm doing well. I have put my lavender sweater that I showed you last time in timeout. It is in timeout.
Oh, it's in timeout again?
Well, it was either that or burn it. So,
okay.
I mean, I'm patient, but this thing.
So the trick of increasing after doing that didn't work?
No. As a matter of fact, now that I've had a little bit of time, not enough to read some of the comments on the site.
Okay.
Other people are having a hard time too.
Oh,
and it has to do with when you switch from the ribbing to the lace.
Right.
The end stitches have to line up, whatever that means. And there are some people who are having to do markers every 6 stitches. So,
and did you try that too?
No, because I only read that like yesterday.
Well, no, we were talking about you were putting stitches every 6 stitches.
I didn't do it.
You didn't do it.
No, I didn't do it.
You just didn't
you
didn't take care of, you didn't heed of the counseling
because
suggestions that we gave you.
My frustration was up to here already.
Okay.
So I thought, well, and then because of other things that I have going on, I just decided it was just not going to be
the right time
I needed to do. Yeah.
Okay.
So instead, I started something different to make myself happy.
Oh, okay.
Well, something I can be successul at.
Yes.
So when we get to what we're working on, I'll do that.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So what else has been going on, non-knitting wise?
Oh, my life is just ordinary.
Just ordinary. But ordinary
stuff.
is not bad.
No,
ordinary is pretty good.
Yeah. Same old stuff, different day. My life is wonderful. I'm so happy, and I knit every day, and I come to the store and I'm happy and I sit with my kitties and I hang out in my apartment and I'm doing some house sitting, which is wonderful. So that's what I'm doing this week. And it's been lovely.
Very nice.
And I really like my life.
Good.
So I'm very happy, and it just doesn't change very much.
That's all right.
Yay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I have to say that I love my life too. I've had a little bit, it's really, strange that, so there I was all alone in my house with nobody visiting me, feeling sorry for myself. This was a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
All the kids are off doing their own thing. The grandkids are all in school and they don't get to come over that much. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I worked through it. I worked through all that and I was like, finally, this is so lovely. I'm sitting here in this nice clean house and nothing is getting put where it's not supposed to be. Yeah. And I like my conversations with me and the cats.
Yeah.
And it's just been really great.
Yeah.
So, all right. So last week, everybody decided to come visit all at once. Rather than visiting like one at a time, they are visiting all at once.
Oh, no.
So it's all right. So during the weekend, my Aria's mom came, her birth mom came and spent the weekend with her. And so she was so happy to see her mom and spend time with her. And Anna's having a rough time, so I was like happy to let her stay at my house overnight.
Yeah.
To host Aria. So they built a tent. They put up a tent, and they built a fire, and they made s'mores, and they had water balloon fights, and they had a marvelous time. Now, I wasn't really involved in any of that because I was here at the store teaching a lesson, and then I was getting ready to go. I had to visit a patient on Sunday, and then I came over to do some spinning. So I didn't really get involved in a lot of stuff they were doing, but it was just pleasant having them in the background.
Yeah.
But they left a mess. They cleaned up most stuff.
Oh, well, that's good.
But okay, if you are putting the last trash bag in the trash can, would you not think that you would say, "Hey, Mom, we're down to our last trash bag"?
I would hope so.
Well, they did not. So I went to throw my trash away, and there was this trash bag. Now, I could have fit more in, but it had a hole in it and was leaking stuff. So, yes.
Yuck.
So the kitchen floor that I just had cleaned wound up with sticky stuff on that I had to re-clean, but that's all right.
Yeah.
So that's it. But, when you're using the last of something, whether it's a toilet paper roll or the paper towels or a garbage bag or the box that has the cookies in it, don't just put it back there.
Yeah.
With people thinking that there's stuff in it. So that's my tale of woe.
Yeah.
And when I think about it, that tale of woe is not bad at all.
No.
So anyway. So it makes me very grateful for my life and very happy that I'm here and able to do this.
Yeah.
And I've really been enjoying it.
Yeah.
I've shared this on my Facebook link, and so all my friends at school see it, and they're all telling us that we're wonderful. They love it.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard a little bit of feedback, but not much.
Okay.
And I said something to my daughter about watching it, and I heard it. I saw you over the phone do the eye roll, so don't tell me you didn't. Yes, well, it was like, you're going to watch my podcast, right?
Yes, I know. And you know what I tell my children? I say, if you did a podcast on anything at all, I would watch it. Yeah. And they're like, well, that's what moms are supposed to do. And I said, yes, and that's what children are supposed to do. That's what families are supposed to do.
I watch your Twitch channel.
Well, there you go. I don't even know what Twitch is, but maybe it's like Marco Polo. I don't know.
No, Twitch is kind of sort of like YouTube. The PewDiePie. Maybe you don't. PewDiePie and a bunch of people on YouTube play video games and record themselves.
People watch them.
And then people watch them.
Oh, yes, now I know what Twitch is.
PewDiePie makes an incredible living
doing this.
Doing it, yeah. As a matter of fact, he's gotten married. He's starting a family. They bought a house.
Wow.
I mean, he's really
good for him.
Yeah, and he's in Norway or Sweden or I don't know. So anyway, but and his claim to fame is he screams like a girl. At least to me, it sounds like he screams like a bird. Anyway. So
people watch it for that,
right? But my daughter's convinced and assured that there aren't many young women playing video games.
That's true,
and that people would like to watch a young woman play a video game, not just all these guys. That's true. So I agree.
Is that what she's going to do?
Yeah. So that's what she's doing.
Good for her.
And it seems to be working.
I hope she gets a good thing with it.
Yeah, I do too. I hope so.
That would be nice. So let's go on to what we're working on.
Okay.
What are you going to do? What do you have here? What did you cast on that makes you happy?
I cast that this
you can do.
I can show you the beginning of this. Okay. This is the seed stitch.
It's very pretty
section. Isn't that pretty yarn? So pretty. This is the seed stitch section of the Chasing Rabbit Cozy Shawl, designed by Miriam Espenson.
Can I see that with the glare on it?
There, how's that? That's better.
That's better.
Anyway, it's a multi-directional shawl. Let me see if I can pull this out. Maybe some rattling, but it's multi-directional, and it's by the woman who designed it. owns Miriam's Well, which is a shop in Santa Fe. Lovely shop.
Yeah.
Danger. If you don't want to spend money,
don't go there.
It's dangerous. But she has lovely yarn that you won't see in Albuquerque. And she's a designer. She has beautiful patterns, beautiful yarn. She's very, very talented.
Nice.
Lovely woman. So here's the picture of the directionality of
I see.
Yeah.
How pretty is
Isn't that pretty?
That's really nice.
Yeah.
It's like these bands, and then bands going the other way.
Right. And there's seed stitch and
nice.
Stripes and all sorts of
like
some
that.
other texture that I haven't gotten to yet. And I-cord probably. Anyway, it's
nice.
just gorgeous.
That'll be a good thing to do.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
And so you're supposed to start out with the multicolor, which I have done.
Okay.
And then here are my other two colors.
Ooh, those are pretty. Yeah. And what kind of yarn is it?
This is Blue-Faced Leicester. And one is, let's see. This one's Blue-Faced Leicester. And this one is Blue-Faced Leicester also.
Okay. From who?
From Chasing Rabbits Fiber Company.
Oh, okay.
I had not seen this, which is
never
one of the
seen Chasing Rabbits.
Well, it's one of the reasons I bought this, because I thought,
okay,
this is a company I've never heard of, and it turns out they are local to New Mexico.
Lovely.
So I don't know who they are.
Oh,
I haven't.
We'll
have
to find out about them.
But it's fabulous, and this is so
and it's
squishy.
pure BFL.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then what is the other one?
This one is, let's see, this is Superwash British Blue-Faced Leicester.
Okay.
This is Superwash Merino Singles.
Oh, that's so soft.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So this is singles. And it's tonal. It's not a totally solid.
It's all different, sort of like tones of it.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. And so is this one. This is tonal also. So, yeah.
Okay.
Very, very pretty. And so, I have started this because I was so disgusted with the other one that I wanted to do something that would be successful.
I hear ya.
So far, this is being successful. So
good.
I'm happy.
It's doing what it's supposed to.
Yeah. Happy camper.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Well, I am still working on the sweater, but I have gotten down to a sleeve.
Yay!
I've started a sleeve.
Look at there.
And I'm almost done with the sleeve.
Oh, nice.
And then I'm going to be able to start the other sleeve.
Oh,
so
cool.
I'm really happy with how it's turning out.
It's so cute.
And I got one of these little 9-inch knitting needles, circulars, because I really like using this. Now, I know some people have said that it bothers their hands,
bothers mine,
but it does not bother my hands at all.
That's good.
So I think that just because someone tells you that you can't do it or they can't do it, doesn't mean that you can't. So I would always give something a try, because I absolutely love them.
That's really good.
Because I don't mind for double-pointed needles. That's not a problem, because I've used them for a long time. But I just have a problem with I just don't. I like these better.
Yeah.
And so these go really well. And I tried it on. I told you all. I tried it on my grandson, and it fit. So
yeah, that's so exciting.
It's a little bit big, so that's what we want.
Yes, exactly.
So anyway, I'm knitting away on this little sleeve here, so I'll be able to do the next sleeve. And that's pretty much what I've been working on knitting wise, because I've been spinning. But let's go ahead and show them the project you were working on and how you blocked it.
Oh, yes.
So if you remember, Jeannie was making a sample for the shop of a shawl, and she was making it out of, what's the name of the yarn again?
Sorry, it's stuck. Sorry,
it's
guys.
Stuck?
Earthquake.
All right. There you go.
This is Lang Canapa.
Yeah, that's right.
Hemp.
The Canapa hemp.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is so nice. And it softened up so nicely.
It softened up.
Feeling it right here.
Yeah.
It softened up very well.
It softened up very well. And remember, it was rolling.
Right. It was rolling all over the place.
But it is really, really turned out Very nice.
Very nicely. So it'd make a lovely shawl.
Yeah, it would make
because
a lovely shawl.
Because that's what this is. That's what the shawl is. Over and over, you just keep doing these.
Right. So this is the Clapetty pattern. Let's see if I can hold it up on my shirt. It's the Clapetty pattern, which is from Knitty.com. It's a free pattern online. And you can search for it from Knitty.com, or you could go into Ravelry and find it also. And the Clapetty pattern it is a bias start. This is a little strange, but it's a bias start, and it would have 6 to 8 drop stitch sections, in addition to the solid sections. Anyway,
I won't do it.
Yeah.
Here, let's put this up behind it.
Yeah, there you go.
Work.
Yeah.
There you go.
So it's just beautiful, and it's been a big hit.
Very nice.
Yeah. So several people, since they saw this, have picked up one skein of the hemp, and they're going to do what I did, which is one section of the Clapetty pattern. And all I did was cast on the first section.
Oh, to make like a little adornment thing?
To make just this.
Oh, okay.
And so, and they were very happy with the way it was going to work out.
Yeah,
so,
no, it's just beautiful.
Yeah, so I'm very happy too. I'm glad that it was successful.
Right.
Come in. We still have lots.
We have some of it here, and it's really nice, and it's great summer knitting. It's not going to make you hot.
Yeah, it's easy summer knitting. It took me probably a week to finish this.
Okay, so that's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
very nice.
Yeah,
that is great.
Okay. Now spinning, yes?
Oh, spinning. Yes, we can go to spinning. So, Tour de Fleece is on.
Yeah,
and I've been watching Tour de France every day.
Good for you.
I have not done that I think I did it the first year I did Tour de Fleece. But I've been doing it. I've been getting up and falling asleep while it's been going on. But then I wake up and they're still racing. And then I drip back down again. I wake up, they're still racing. Okay. So I've been able to see a lot of it, and I'm following who the people are and all of that. And it's really, really nice to do that and to follow it. So, but I have been spinning my half hour every day. Today's a rest day. We get to, the reason the rest day wasn't yesterday, which it normally is on a Monday, was because yesterday was a French holiday. And so they thought they'd get more people out to watch the racers.
Yesterday on a holiday.
Day off.
Yeah.
So that's why they did that yesterday.
Cool.
So today is our day off. And I have just been spinning away. So the first thing that I finished was this. And this, I don't know if I showed everybody this, but these are merino, and the red and the blue were separate little puffs of fibers, and they are superwash merino.
Nice.
And so I got a 2-ply out of it, and it is.
Pretty.
Oh no, this is not this is targi, excuse me.
Oh.
That's why it's so... No, that's what was left over on my skein. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. My bobbins. But this part here the red and the blue is what I started spinning.
Nice.
So there it is in all its glory. And I barber pulled it beautifully.
Yeah.
So I did it 2-ply. So then there I was, and I had these bobbins that still had stuff on them. So guess what I did? I just continued spinning them until I got everything off. So when I go to make this into actually a ball of yarn, I will cut that part off and use it for something else. But there that is.
Cool.
So anyway, so my bobbins are totally clear now.
Yay.
Except for what I'm spinning.
You should enter that in the Heart of New Mexico. Heart of New Mexico fiber gathering.
Just to take off this part and do this?
Yeah, they'll have a yarn competition.
Yes, I will do that.
Yeah.
Okay. And they want it in a skein? Okay.
Yes.
We'll all right. We'll talk about that. All right. Thank you. That's wonderful.
You're welcome. And if we don't get to it, well, we should get to it.
We'll get to it. So anyway, that's that. And now I'm spinning this wonderful, it's like baby alpaca. And it's just all different. All different here. I guess we could... Yeah, that's do you want the paper to put behind it? Okay. so you can see it. We're very high tech here at Yarn Around. So that's what that is, and it's like got baby alpaca in it, and it has merino, and it has some silk, and it's just beautiful. So this is, I've been plying it. I've been doing the chain plying at home, and it broke 3 times. And when it breaks 3 times, I'm like, all right, you want to be left alone for a while, little wheels. So that's what I do, and then I just brought this in because the other stuff is on the. I should have brought that other bobbin in too, but I was in a rush because the kids were all there.
So somebody was saying Sunday, I think it was Sunday, and maybe it was you, was saying that when you want to ply when you've spun your singles and you want to ply them, you should really wait a week before you do it. Was that you?
No, it wasn't me. It was someone else. I remember they were talking about it. I think it was Andrea who was here.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I think it's Andrea, not Andrea, but it's. I think it's Andrea because her husband's name is Andre, and he spins too. Yeah. And they're just a lovely couple. I totally adore them. Yeah. So she was here this past week too. So anyway, so I've been doing this every day, and then there were a few of us that came in. Kathleen came in and spun a little bit.
Nice.
And Andrea came and spun, and I came and spun.
Yeah.
And so I was a little bit late getting here, but I was here.
Yay!
So, hooray!
Yeah.
But anyway, and I'll be here again this Sunday too.
Great.
And so the spinning is really very nice to do. And I've really been enjoying myself with it. So I'm glad I'm getting my spinning mojo back.
Well, go ahead.
Do you want to talk about what you were spinning?
Yeah.
And then I want to just say something else.
Okay. So I bought a Finn fleece, and I had it milled at Jens Dykman's new mill in the South Valley. The fleece is the bat of processed wool that I got is absolutely gorgeous. It's on my wheel, or I would have brought it in. But it's Finn wool, and it is so springy. It's like Targhee.
Oh,
this
nice.
is like Targhee. And even I've spun all my singles now, and now I'm starting to chain ply it. And the singles are really springy. They just, you can move them like that. And then even the chain plied stuff is really nice so far. And I'm being very slow. I'm doing one pull at a time.
Yeah, that's how I do it. Well, I've got a little thing that I do. I go like, okay, so I've got it here, and then I put my hand through, and I grab from the bobbin, because I've got my bobbins on the side of my wheel.
Yeah.
So there's like a circle here, and I put my hand through, and I grab it and pull.
Yeah.
And then then this hand goes and straightens it, and then I go in and grab it and pull. And so it's really long pieces.
Right. And you have a rhythm that really is nice for playing. And I'm trying to establish my own whatever it is. But I realize
it's a rhythm.
Yeah. I realize that I've been in far too much of a hurry with all the stuff that I've tried to ply before.
I see.
So that's why I'm being really slow and pulling one whole thing out, and then letting it go in, and then stopping, and then pulling out,
and
because
then I don't stop. But I did when I first started doing it.
Yeah,
but I don't stop anymore.
I got myself really messed up a couple times. So
meditative.
Yes,
it is. It's very meditative. I really enjoy it. Yeah, I like it.
So
that's wonderful.
Yeah. So that's what.
So great. I will be happy to see it on the 27th or the 27th.
Yeah.
The 28th. 28th.
Yeah.
It's a Sunday. Whichever day is the Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah. And I hope I can remember to bring it and show you guys anyway. Even though Tour de Fleece will
be over, but that's all right.
We'll
show what we did during Tour de Fleece.
Yeah.
And that'll be fun. And so while I was here, the subject of the fiber. I forgot to bring some fiber with me.
Shall I get it?
Yes, if you don't mind. Thank you so much.
Sure.
I appreciate that.
Sure.
So there was a thing about the fiber that was going on that people have been cutting the fiber. And so I made a comment about how it was probably the people who do felting. It's probably those felters. I think it's probably something how I said. And I got called out on it. And I'm so glad that someone called me out on it, because I really want to use inclusive language. I don't want to be an us and them. That's not helpful at all. And so it was a great reminder for me to know that. So I talked with this person and I said, well, you know what? I guess it wasn't the fibers artist. I don't know that for who it was. I said we should take all scissors away from back here. And the other thing we need to do is to go ahead and tell people, maybe put a sign up, because people don't know. And they think that maybe this is how they're supposed to be doing it. So, do you want to demonstrate?
Well, so this is a sample of roving top that has been cut. So what happens when you spin this is all this stuff is going to stick out. You can't draft from here. You can't, when you, spinners will know, but when you start spinning, you have to draft this, which means pull it out so that it's easy to spin. Right. And you can't do that with this, because this will not travel the way it's supposed to. Here's one that will draft. See, right. This has been pulled, this has not been cut. And so when you draft and pull, you'll get this yarn, this fiber that lines up together and continues to grab onto itself. This, you can't do that with it.
Right.
So what has to happen with this is you've got to find where the staple length is, how long this is. There's sort of, and see now I'm getting it, but there's this big lump in the middle that's still going to be weird. Right. Anyway, it's very difficult to spin with this.
Right.
And so that's why we've been saying, don't cut this. Don't cut it.
Right.
And it's nice to know that a needle felter said, or a felter said, we don't want to cut either.
Right. That's what he told me. Yeah. He said, I don't do that. He said, I like to have the long threads, the long things too. Yeah. So that's when I said, well, it must just be people who don't know what they're doing.
Right. Because if you're going to felt with it and you need a straight edge, you're not going to lose a lot if you cut just this little bit off.
Right.
But look at how much a spinner is going to have to lose. It'll be it's going to be a wad. And now that I've pulled this, here is what you're left with.
And you can't. You can spin that, but the ends are going to stick out, and it's much more difficult to do.
This will pill in a finished yarn.
Right.
Because all these little ends can't anyway.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's what I just thought we would put a little sign up, and there's not going to be any scissors back there, and I hope nobody takes the scissors back there.
Yeah.
But we may have to do a scissor search.
Yes. Search
you. Make sure you don't have scissors on you. No, we're not going to get like that, because that would be also very off-putting.
Yes.
So, and I don't want to put anybody off, and I really don't want to say anything negative about anybody, because I think we should all, work together and not be sniping at each other. So, if I ever say anything that y'all don't like, please let me know that you don't like it, and then we can have a discussion about it. And then the discussion, you can understand where I'm coming from, and I can understand where you're coming from. Yeah. And that's how we're going to be able to unite people in order, instead of really buying into all of this us and them isms. And I'm just as guilty as the next person. Yeah. So I'm really going to be watching and making sure that I don't categorize people like that.
Yeah.
In all places of my life. And sometimes I'm going to be very successful, and sometimes I'm going to not be.
Right.
So if y'all would just let me know, don't yell at me, but if y'all just let me know in a nice way, I'll be happy to talk with you about it and, apologize if when needed. Okay, so I was really glad about that. So that's what I wanted to bring up about spinning.
Yeah.
But I've been having a ball spinning for this Tour de Fleece, and I'm looking forward to Spinzilla.
Yeah. I learn something every time we do one of these events. And this Tour de Fleece, my only goal was to spin every day, and I haven't met that, but I've gotten almost every day.
All right.
So and I haven't posted, but I've got to do that. I've been taking pictures at least.
Oh, that's good.
So I'm closer. But with house sitting and moving around and doing
got a
things,
lot of stuff going
on. It's sometimes difficult to have all your stuff in one place.
Right. So, that's very true.
But I'll catch up.
Well, you will. And the thing about Tour de Fleece is that it's really private goals.
Yeah.
And the thing about Spinzilla is it doesn't matter. Every yard counts.
Yeah.
So even if you can only do 10 yards, that's 10 more yards than we had. It might bump us up from 59th to 58th. Who knows? You know? So all yarn is important.
Yeah.
And that's really good.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's it about the spinning for right now. And let's go ahead and talk about classes that are coming up.
That sounds good.
So I have to put my knitting down for a second here. So.
Okay, Missy, here she comes.
Oh, here's the kitty cat.
Here she comes.
Come on, Stella. Show everybody how beautiful you are. There you go. There's Stella.
Yes. And she's beautiful. She's 2 years old. She's
lovely.
Newly spayed. She's up for adoption at the yarn store through Animal Humane. She is. She's been socialized with other cats, and she loves to cuddle and she likes to play.
Oh, look at this! She's loving. She's loving me petting her.
Likes to play.
Oh, yes, you like that, don't you?
So she's a sweetie.
Oh yes, you're so good.
We have two kittens that came in last week, and they were gone in 48 hours.
In a second. Yeah.
I thought I was imagining something because there was a posting on Instagram, I think, and I read that. I thought it was really neat. I read it. I liked it. I made a comment or something, and then I came in today, and there were no pictures or no, the crate's empty, and I'm like, did I imagine that?
That kitten. Yeah. So anyway, this is our beautiful cat.
Yeah.
This will be up probably Thursday or Friday. So hopefully she'll still be here when you see this, and then you can come and get her. Whoever is meant to take Stella home.
Right.
Yes. Oh, Stella, you're so sweet. But I'm going to have to ask you. Oh, I know. You're just like all my kitties. But we're going to have to ask you to vacate the table. Even you'd,
I'll take her.
I know you're so sweet.
Oh, sweetie.
Okay.
There we go.
Because I'm going to talk a little bit about 2 knit-alongs that we have that are starting up. One is starting today, but if you don't make the first class, it's okay. You can join in whenever you can. So that one is the Q3 crochet along, Intro to Crochet Ribbing with Anna Murphy. And this is the information, but this is what the picture of the sweater looks like. I think it's a little bit better picture. And so it looks like it's really pretty simple to do. And Anna is starting that today from 4 to 6 p.m. The class is $20 for the 3 classes. And it goes 7:16, 7:30, and 8:13 from 4 to 6 p.m.
Great.
And that's what they're doing. And then these are samples that she made up of different kinds of yarns that we have in the store and how they'll look in that crochet ribbing.
That's
to
really
make
pretty.
That sweater.
I really like this because it's vertical lines, not
horizontal. I
know.
I
so
need
much
vertical lines.
Yeah, me too. Everybody wants vertical. Well, I shouldn't say everybody.
I don't know.
But lots of us
need to
want
have.
vertical lines.
I need to have muumuus come into style.
Yeah,
so we all go around
We'd
in
be
caftans and muumuus. I'd be very happy. Okay, so and then this is another one. This is made out of the Malabrigo.
That's really pretty.
Isn't this gorgeous?
Yeah, that's really pretty.
So anyway, so there's different yarns. All you have to do is get a worsted weight yarn, and then you'll be able to start this project.
And what size hook does it say?
So it says that it uses.
Worsted weight.
It doesn't say what size hook.
I'm kind of thinking maybe G.
Maybe a G.
Or H.
Or an H. That's what I was thinking, a G.
Yeah.
I was thinking an H, actually.
Yeah.
So, but anyway,
It's more open, yeah.
Crocheters always have all kinds of, just like knitters have all kinds of needles. Crocheters have all sizes of hooks.
And you probably have them all with you because they're so much smaller to carry around
than the other needles. That's very true. So anyway, so that's the first knit along that's happening. And then we have another knit along that is coming. It's going to start on, whoops, I'm out of the picture, I know.
That's all right.
It's going to start on Sunday. So this coming from this book, which is Knit Your Way Through Norway. And we have this book here at the store. And it's going to be this sweater. There's two different, oh, that's really pretty too.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
There's two different kinds. Let's put it up a little bit.
There you go.
Of sweaters. There's one for a man and one for a
really
woman.
Pretty.
And I guess this is the woman's. And it's stranded knitting. And so this is what stranded knitting looks like. And it's actually very simple to do. So this is stranded knitting. And all you do is use, whoops, I'm not holding up very well. All you do is use 2 colors per row. Okay? Or it's Fair Isle or stranded knitting.
Yeah.
So you're just going to be using 2 colors on each row. And it may change. But this is obviously not changing because they're just staying the green and black or the red and black or
gosh, that's really pretty.
Isn't that nice?
I love the red and black.
So anyway, so you can come in and get started on this, and Terea is happy to help you. And then this is what stranded knitting looks like in the back. So you see, you just have all these different. It's good on this red one, I guess.
Yeah.
You just have all these little strands that are come across, but you get sort of a slightly distorted picture of, though it's on the front.
Yeah.
So,
and this makes it really warm.
And it makes it very warm.
It makes a double layer of yarn.
Right. Because you've got the 2 yarns.
And the floats.
I'm sorry, the cat's drinking Jeannie's water.
Yeah, she just came over and decided she
just
would share.
Said, okay.
But,
you like me, I'll share.
Yeah, she's being good. But the floats on the back hold more air.
They hold the air, so you're
insulated. So when you see people from the Scandinavian countries and Northern Europe and then the British Isles and stuff, you see all these fishermen and people, and they've got their cute little Shetland sweaters on.
Yes,
and they don't have a jacket.
Right.
They're really warm. Right. It's surprising how warm it is. And this yarn is a real lightweight. It's a skinny yarn. I mean, look at this. This is really skinny.
Yes. It's the Jameson.
Yeah.
And it's very skinny, and it's made specifically for this. Spindrift, I think it's called. Yeah. And we have all the different colors here, so you don't have to do whatever. You can do whatever color you want. Anyway, so it's really nice.
Yeah.
And I like it.
It makes a really nice, warm garment or
project. And it's not hot when you're knitting it.
Right, because it's not it's not heavy on your lap. Beautiful.
So anyway, it's knits from the heart of Norway, not knitting through Norway. That's what it says on the back, but it's knits from the heart of Norway by Irene Hogland. Okay, and you use the Shetland Spindrift, which is what we call the Jameson here. And you can do the locks pattern for men, and the women or children, the Karen cardigan or the Marthinius pullover. Okay. So those are the ones that she suggested, but if you want to do other ones, you certainly can. Yeah. And then it starts on Sunday. I know it says here it starts on July 1st, but that's not true. Terea told me it was on Sunday. And then the other thing she told me was that it calls for like 0 or 00 needles, but she found that she had to go all the way up to a 3. So you have to be careful with the gauge when you're doing this one. So that's something to think about. Right. And that's what she had wanted me to say. So that's good.
Great.
And then we have some other upcoming events happening. I got my little paper here.
That's good. I have cat hair. I'm sorry.
Well, and you got cat spit in your drink.
Yeah, I'm not drinking.
Sorry, I wouldn't. Anyway, Mary Gavin is coming to have a trunk show. And she's coming on Tuesday, July 23rd, and she's going to have a talk from 10 to 11 a.m. And the trunk show is 11:30 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Great.
And she's an indie dyer from Arizona, and there's no cost, so everyone can just join in.
And she has beautiful yarn.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful yarn. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Good.
Come in. Trunk
So,
show.
and then we're going to have some classes. I didn't get to the double knitting, so I'm glad that Audrey Martin stepped up, and she's teaching a double knitting class. And that's going to be August 18th and 25th. And September 1st from 11:30 to 1:30. And that is, that's what she's doing. It's a double knitting. It's a very cute pattern. It's like cats.
It's a cowl.
And it's a cowl, and it's very, very pretty.
Beautiful.
So, and then there's a cozy, colorful cowl with Celeste Nossiter, and that's August 3rd and 17th from 1:30 to 4:30. And I don't have the prices for it, but you can look on the website because Jamie assured me that they were all on the website. Mm-hmm. So you can all just go look there. Mm-hmm. And that's where this is going to be posted too,
and
is on the website.
Something you don't have on there, but...
what's that?
But we have, Jamie and I have talked about it, and I'm going to figure out when to do this. So to be announced, to be determined, I'm hoping to do a beginning knitting class in August. I just have to figure out,
well, you all can come to my beginning knitting class too.
Yeah. I think,
but that's okay. There's enough people that need different times.
I think I'm doing continental.
Oh, continental. Yeah. Oh, well, that makes a big difference. I teach English.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. So we're going to teach.
Yep, so, we're teaching, and I've got that every Thursday. You can drop in.
Every Thursday project class, yes.
Bring your project. If you want to start a beginning knitters class, we can start that because I have all different students from all different levels working together.
Right. As a matter of fact,
really
there was somebody here today who is a beginner knitter, or she's a relearning knitter.
Oh, okay.
She knitted for years and now hasn't knit for years, and she wanted to start something. She remembers a little bit, but she wants to. She's done scarves and blankets, and she's ready for something else. Mm-hmm. So she got cast on for a hat today.
Oh, nice.
Which will be great. But in the meantime, she's talking about sweaters or something more
than a hat.
So I told her that she should come on Thursday afternoon.
Oh, thank you.
And
because I can get her started.
Class. Yeah,
I have a student of mine who was a beginner knitter, and then she took the intermediate class, which we no longer sell, but I'm happy to teach anybody at any level that they're at.
Yeah,
and so she now has gone from making fingerless mittens using double-pointed needles to making a cowl on circular needles with a very thin yarn.
Wonderful.
It turned out beautiful.
Yeah.
And then now she's making a sweater for her daughter.
Nice.
And so it's a really pretty cool thing. And so I've been working with her all that. And one of my students also wants to come, Max. I'll talk to him if he can be here next time, because he wants to talk to people to show people that it's not just the elderly who knit.
Right. Because, we're old.
Because we're all old. But he said, I love to knit, and I'm not old. So he wants to come on, and he's a joy to be around.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So hopefully he'll be here next time. I'll see what their schedule is. But in the next one or two times that we do this, we'll have Max with us.
That's great. Okay? That's great. Let's see, what else was I going to say? If you can't make Kathy's Thursday afternoon, you can always go on the website or call the store and see if there's somebody here to help you.
Exactly.
There's expert help on Tuesdays and Fridays and Saturdays, I believe. But you can always call and see, because as long as the store is open, there's open knitting.
Right.
So there will be people sitting at tables knitting. And it's my experience that there's nobody in the store who's going to, that if you came in and said, I need help, they'd say no.
Oh no, everyone's going to help you.
Everybody's going to help you.
Exactly.
So that's what this community is about, and
Right.
that's what the fiber community is about, I think.
Right.
So
I agree with you.
Yeah. So as far as I'm concerned, if you're having trouble and you need help, come to the store.
Yeah.
Or call the store and find out when you can come in.
Right.
Because we're here to help you.
Right.
We're not going to not help you.
Exactly. And you don't always have the time to come in at specific times.
Right.
So just come on in and see who's around that can help you a little bit.
Right.
So that's really wonderful.
Yeah.
I love that. I love this store. I have one student that comes in on Saturdays.
Yeah.
And she's like, I use this as my girl time.
Yeah.
And I come in and she's like, I don't have any kids and I don't have any husband
Yeah.
and I can just do what I want to do. And I sit here and I knit. And she's starting on a shawl.
Great.
And now she's starting on a hat. So she's got two projects to work on.
Nice.
Because she decided that she didn't want to make the same shawl. She was going to make the same scarf that she was making, but she didn't want to do that. So she went ahead and said, how do I get rid of this? Because she had about this much of it done.
Yeah.
And I said, well, we're going to frog it.
Yep.
And she's like, oh, show me how to frog. Oh, like this is some, magical thing.
Yeah.
And I said, it's really very simple. You just rip it. And so she was like, oh, that's all I have to do. She said, I was thinking of cutting it. I said, no, you don't have to cut it. You just take it apart.
Yeah.
And so she did, and she started a hat. So I was really impressed because so many people, when they start a project, feel that they have to finish it. It has got to be done. And that they're a failure if it doesn't. But you're not a failure if you don't do it. No. Because it's just it wasn't the yarn for that project.
Right.
And so you just take it out.
Right.
Do another yarn. Yeah. Make another project with it.
It's only yarn. It's only string and sticks and string. It's not. It's not. Well, some is a lifetime investment, but in the meantime, you have to practice. And and if you think of knitting as even when you're knitting a garment, if you think of this as practice, it doesn't matter whether you finish it or not. You learned a bunch.
You learned
a bunch, and why not? If you're not happy with it, don't finish it because you're never going to wear it or use it. Right. It's like when you go to the library and check out a bunch of books and you checked out War and Peace because somebody told you really need to read that in your lifetime. And you've started it and you are bored to tears.
Right.
Beyond bored to tears.
Yes.
Finish it? Why would you finish it? You don't have to finish it
at all.
Why take your joyful reading time to slog through something that's not making you happy? Same with knitting.
You don't have to do it for a class,
Yeah.
And that's why they make Cliff Notes.
Right.
So,
So no Cliff Notes in knitting, but you don't have to finish it either.
But in reading, there are some of those books. Now, some of them are surprisingly good. And, there's books that I started when I was younger, and I couldn't get into it.
Oh, me too.
But now I've read them, and I'm like, oh, this is actually really good.
Yeah. So
that's the same thing with knitting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's good. And I'm really happy that she was doing that.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's wonderful to come into the store. There's usually somebody here. Well, there's at least Chris or Barbara or who works in it, and what is her name? Karen, who works on Fridays.
Yeah.
And Jamie and Teray is here. And Jeannie is here. And Goody is here.
Yeah. And Janet I think on
comes in.
Janet on Saturdays.
So there's a lot of people here who will be happy to help you. And don't be shy. We're not going to say, oh, look at that. And we're not going to say when you leave, at least I don't, oh my gosh, that person was so horrible.
Yeah.
No, we don't do that. Because we're knitters and we're happy and we enjoy what we're doing.
Yeah.
And that's a big plus.
Right.
So now we're getting to the time when we want to talk about new yarns that we have here in the store. Because every time I come in, there's something new.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I'm going to talk about what I am wearing. Okay. This is a sample. So I'm going to stand up a little bit. So there we go. Don't show too much of my big belly. But this here, isn't this beautiful? It is a wraparound. It goes like just over your head. So and it's lovely. And it is called River Ripples. And it's made with Silk Plus by Dando. Dando. And this is what it is made out of. This is the Silk Plus.
Beautiful.
So and there's 227 yards in this, and it's made out of 76% silk and 24% cotton. So there you go. And it says gauge is 23 stitches on 4 inches on US 5. So
yeah,
that's what that is, and that's what this pattern is. So I'm thinking I want to put this at least in my to-do bucket,
yeah,
because I am just loving it.
That's
and
beautiful.
It's nice. I'm not too hot in it.
Yeah,
got the air going.
Yeah,
but it's not too hot, so that's really nice. So anyway, so this is some of the yarn that we have up at the front, and I would suggest that everybody run in and get some.
Yeah, it's lovely.
So did you want to talk about a yarn? Because I have one more.
Sure. I walked in today.
And because we did like Jeannie's picks and Kathy's picks.
I walked in today, and this is new yarn that is in the store. And this is a sport weight yarn, RSS, Reserve Sport Solid. It's extra fine merino, mulberry silk, and bamboo. It's a Plymouth yarn. Isn't that pretty?
Oh my goodness, and it's so soft too. I was feeling it. It's just delightfully soft.
Yeah. And it's got a very nice, it's got a gorgeous sheen to it.
Yes, it does.
Now these are all solids, but they're heathery because of the way the dye takes on the silk and the bamboo. It does not take the same as on the wool.
Right.
So it makes this little heathery kind of
yarn
appearance.
Yeah. Right. Nice.
So this is 348 yards per 100 grams.
Okay.
348 per 100 grams. That's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
And 6 stitches per inch on a size 4 needle.
Nice.
Yeah. So
that's
and
really
it comes
pretty.
in lots of colors. I only brought 3 to show you, but yummy.
Oh yeah, those
yummy
are
colors.
Pretty. I like them.
Yeah.
I love that blue and then this reddish
gold.
and that gold is gorgeous. Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah. So
okay.
That's that.
So that's up. And then the other pick that I have for today is Pirouette by Barocco. Ooh. And this is baby alpaca, merino wool, and nylon. And that's the there you go. That's the yarn.
That's pretty.
And it has, does it say, it's a 50-gram ball and 140 yards. Wow. And it is like it's like a boucle. Is that how you say that word? I'm not very good at French. But it's like this boucle, which has like little loops on it. And it is the softest thing. It's like a dream. I was like, oh, I could put this right up against my face. You could make a beautiful cowl that just goes right over there.
Yeah.
So, of course, I always go for pink because, I'm a girl.
It's gorgeous.
And my granddaughters taught me well. But then there's a charcoal that I really liked.
That's pretty.
Isn't that pretty? And then, of course, there's a hunter. Yeah, isn't that nice together? Oh, that's beautiful. Pink and gray. Ooh. Yeah, that was such a fashion thing. I think it still is.
Yeah.
Pink and gray. And then I also brought a hunter green or a dark green.
Hunter green. That's pretty too.
Because I like green. Yeah, if you wanted to do something close to each other, that would work very nicely too.
Yeah.
So anyway, so there's a bunch of other colors up there, and I just think they're really, really pretty.
Yeah.
So
those very soft and cloudy.
Very cloudy. It'll be
light
so light
garment.
and airy. You could make even like a little pullover with it, to put around to wear.
Mm-hmm.
And you could do. I don't know if I would do lace with it because it's got all the. It's not real straight yarn, but it's very lovely textured.
Yeah.
So that's it. Yeah. So there you go. So, anything else that you have to talk about today?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really. Wow.
Well, I've really been enjoying doing this and having a great time, and I hope you all have been too. So you can find us on YouTube. Just look up Yarning Around with Chris and Kathy, or you can say Kathy and Jeannie. It comes up too, and it will pop up. Okay. The other place we're going to put it is on the Yarn Store website. So not in the, they may put it in the newsletter too if I get it in on time. But they also are, but they're going to put it up on there, and we will have it up in Ravelry under Yarning Around with Chris and Kathy. It's a group. So you can find it in those 3 places, and there you go. I hope that you join us. Now, if you have any questions, just email us you could email me at Kathleen, Kathleen, McKibben, McKibben, B as in boys, and it's at live, Live, V as in Victor, EE.com. And I will see that. If you send it to my other email address, I may not see it. So this is the other one that I will probably see it at. So, or you could talk to us on the Ravelry site.
Okay. At live, Live,
Live, Victor.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Because I heard 2 E's, so I just want to make sure.
Live as in Victor, E.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's good. And where can they get in touch with you, Jeannie?
Let's see. I think for now, through the group at Ravelry, the Kathy and Chris Yarning Around with Kathy and Chris group
would be the best.
Yeah, just address it to me, and we'll get to it.
Yes, and if you have any questions or suggestions about who you'd like to have as a guest, or what kind of topics you'd like to see, or anything like that, please let us know, because we want to make this partly your show too.
Yeah.
And if you can do it on YouTube and you really don't hate us, then please subscribe to us, because that'll make us happier.
Yeah.
And YouTube will like us better.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
And you'll see what happens. But I'd really love it if people started watching. So anyway, well, until next time, happy knitting, happy spinning.
Yeah. Tour de fleece.
Yay! Okay.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.